Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this session we are going to discuss or trying to understand the concept of capacitors. So even though the capacitor, this topic looks to be very simple or a very easy topic, but we need to really have an understanding of this particular topic in detail so as to understand the fundamentals in a very good manner. So let us quickly start with the session. So please, my request is to watch the video until end so that you will not miss out any of the important topic related to capacitors. So this capacitor is also known as condenser actually. So what is this capacitor? It is also having one more name. It is condenser, and it is again a passive and two terminal component, electrical component again. So this condenser, it's one more name for capacitor, and it is passive, as I already discussed in the last session related to resistor. So what is this passive mean? So I will just repeat for you. So passive is nothing but a component which has which does not produce energy of its own, or it will neither use energy for its operation. Okay, so this is two terminal component. It is again a two terminal. Then this is the very important thing to remember. And next is how does the capacitor? Capacitor means one thing we already know, like this stores energy in the form of electric field. So this is stores the electrical energy in the form of an electric field. The capacitor stores. Remember, the capacitor stores energy in the form of electric field. So capacitor means, again we know this topic also, like it's like charges and discharges we hear, right? It charges and discharges electric charge to stored in it. So that means whenever it is charged, the electric charge gets stored. Whenever it is discharged, the electric charge whatever is stored is trying to it's given out, actually it's discharged, I can say. So this is how it means. So let us quickly know, like it blocks the very important fact of this related to this capacitor is it blocks DC and allows AC. This is very important thing to remember in any of the interview point of view or any of the examinations point of view. So capacitor always blocks DC and it allows alternating current to flow through the component. So this is what I am highlighting now. It is nothing but the capacitor symbol. Okay, so two plates are there that we will try to learn slowly. So these are two plates and these are two terminal, hence this is a two terminal device, one and two. So this is how the capacitor looks like physically. How the capacitor looks is in this way. So it depends on different microfarad. This is of like 104 microfarad in such way. So this is how few capacitors looks like, in order to get a feel of how it looks. So this is about capacitor. And then this is made up of two conducting plates, as I told you already. So these are the two conducting plate, one and this two, that are on top of each other and near each other. Okay, so both are nearer to each other. So one more interesting thing is two plates separated either by air or by good insulating material, such as it can be mica or ceramic or plastic or liquid gel also sometimes. So these are two plates which I am showing now. In between these two plates, some good insulating material will be there. So either it can be air. If air is used as insulating material, we will frequently call in our this capacitor in terminology as dielectric material, we will call. So there is nothing but the insulating material, good insulating material, or dielectrics we can say by another name. So in between these two plates, either air will be there or any of these materials like mica, ceramic and all. So what is the unit of this farad? So how this, why will try to know the unit is. So unit is in terms of farad. So we will try to measure the capacitance. So the whatever we will, the capacity of this particular capacitor, or it is measured in terms of unit called farad. So farad is a unit for capacitor, we can say. So DC only flows in one direction. So as I told you, DC only one. Why this allows AC and blocks DC is, this is one more thing. So DC only flows in one direction once capacitor is fully charged. There is no more current flow. Hence this allows only capacitor to block DC. So since why this blocks DC is, see, DC means direct current which has only one direction of flow. So the direct current flows in only one direction. So so which means in one direction means only capacitor will be charged. It will never be getting into the other part, which is I mean the another direction where we will expect as to behave as alternating current. So this is not the situation where DC only flows in only one direction, but capacitor is fully charged. There is no more current flow. Hence, this allows AC to flow through it, but it never allows DC to flow through it. So this is the very important why the capacitor does not allow DC to flow through it, or why capacitor blocks DC direct current. So this is the reason we can say. So a few facts again, like in AC circuits, the AC periodically changes directions. So this is one more, like adding to the above point, we can still try to understand in a better way. So in AC circuits, what it happens is AC periodic, as we already know, AC means alternating current. So alternating current means it periodically changes the direction, like positive half cycle, negative half cycle. So in this way, it has two direction. It continuously periodically changes the direction. So charging capacitor in one direction and then the other. So in the same way, so hence it allows AC to flow through it. Again, this is also one of the reason to show that capacitor allows AC and it blocks DC. So now let us come to a very interesting thing, like where all these capacitors are used. So capacitors are used in like store charges whenever it is there. Obviously, like capacitor is stores charges in the form of like electrical energy in the form of electric field. So wherever storage of charge is required, the capacitors are used. But particularly, if we want to tell, then power conditioning, okay, where we want to condition some of the power features, so we will try to use capacitors there. And signal coupling circuits also we will be using, or signal coupling purpose. And then we will also use, very important usage of this is in noise filtering, where you will find in many of the, like many filters are there, like low pass filter, high pass filter, everywhere like capacitors are definitely used wherever noise filtering is required in case of analog electronic circuitry. And it remote sensing is also an application where capacitor is used. So this is all about the capacitor, which I try to help you to understand. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel to get the, and press the bell icon to get the latest updates. So till then, have a nice day. Yeah, bye.